So you're welcome to the Job Tech podcast, and I think officially this will be the first. Yeah, it's the first. I won't call it a podcast, but I'll call it like a TV, like experience where we talk more about life, we plan more about the year. So I was there and thought about why don't we start up a podcast like where we share moments, experiences, and later on we shall be interviewing. We shall be inviting more people, like more people to talk about things, moments, and more topics. This is just the start, so this is the first episode. So I'm Job Tech, the CEO Job Tech, and Job Tech mainly, the name Job Tech, to me, I'm so interested in technology, like those equipments, because later I discovered that I spend more money on what other people, like they call them useless because they don't know what they mean a lot. They mean to me, but recently I found out that I spend more on these machines, these tech machines, more than even food. Because recently I was checking into the things I have in my house, like things I've been buying, and they're not useful to people. Okay, people may think that they're not useful, but I spend more on such. So I thought, why don't I call myself Job Tech? Because my name is Job Tugume. Then the Job is the more popular name. Tugume is few people know it, and it's just an ID card, ID name and surname, so nobody gives attention to it. So, and the name Job is a bit low, a bit short. Job, it's a bit short. So people calling me Job there, they thought like it was a swag name or like a name that had to be added more, like it's a short name, okay, it's a brief name. So I thought, why don't I add on the tech? Because here in Barua we have a business. Like I was working on some building. Now the building next, like the opposite, had a company called the Ben Tech. Now I'm making research. The owner of that business is called Bernard. Bernard, but he cut his name short like Ben. Then he added the tech, Ben Technologies. So now I thought of it, why don't I add that? Job Tech. And it was a clear, okay, like a clear collabo, a good collabo. So then I started introducing myself like I'm Job Tech. And that was even recent, little this year. This year, or like 20, we in 2025, so 2024 around August, it's when I developed that idea. So I started like promoting it, like calling myself Job Tech. Now, like people used to call me Job, they feel like it's a short name, that Katek, they have to add it. So that's the introduction. So last year, I thought of so many things, cause like I'm so in love with the machines, the computers, but okay, sorry about that. So I'm so in love with those machines, the computers, the phones, and it's like borrowing somebody's machine. Risks. There are many risks, and for that, for my love for those machines and technology, I decided to buy. I don't borrow. Yeah, like when I say like that new technology, like new machine, let it be a laptop. I fly high so that I raise money and buy it and own it, so that I learn more about it using my own. And that's how I correct a lot of what would I call that? Like correcting a lot of treasures. And you are more interested in the latest, so this one that you bought later, you have, okay, your interest lowers. So that's it. Because at first, initially, I was using these small phones. I think that was like 2018. I was in Form 3. I was using these small machines. Then later I wasn't interested in the phones, but later I started hearing most of my friends, like, they had started buying the smartphones. I think the biggest one was the Itel, Tecno. That's what we could afford. So I'm hearing people talking about WhatsApp. That's okay, a lot of things that, you know, my interest is so much in technology. So I had people talking about more of that, like talking about those apps. Remember, these Mapesa, these more phones, they have no apps. So people talking about Snapchat, WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube. I know nothing about that, because the little I know that my big bros used to have those phones, but later when we grew up, they started, like, they go to school, somebody changed the district, so it's hard to get access to phones. So that's how I bought my first phone from my friend who's in phones. Is called Bomber Assets. So I buy that Tecno phone. It was a W3, I can't forget that. That was my first phone. I love this phone, so I started learning more about it, more like putting in the apps, the WhatsApp, so I got used to that. Now I started understanding what they were talking about. Then I got a conversation about that. So later, I had people talking about the Samsung, because the Samsung phones had a lot of features that these other phones didn't have. So I also raised the money and I bought a Samsung. I own it. I love owning. Yeah, I owned it. So that I learned more about it. So lately, I had I've been changing so many phones. So lately I've been hearing people talking about the iPhones, that it's picture quality, it's whatever. And I'm interested in that, and it's hard, like, borrowing somebody's phone just to check. To me, I love owning. I love, like, personally possessing. So, like, borrowing somebody's phone, like, to check this, to check, to know the difference between an Android and iOS or Apple. I didn't like that. So later this year, I raised some money and bought my iPhone. The iPhone recording is a 12 Pro. It's not too big, because I think last week the iPhone 17 just dropped out. So slowly we shall be increasing. We shall be, like, upgrading, then seeing the differences between the iPhones. And later I think we should go back to the Android, because Samsung has the latest phone. It's what's his name? That Samsung that can zoom, Ultra. The Ultra, is it 24, 23? So when it becomes better, yeah, we'll shift to that. So I was here and thought about, why don't we start, like, putting up these podcasts. Later on, we shall be, like, interviewing people, having conversations with other people, talking about life, more topics, talking about how life was last year. So slowly but slowly.